This is Joy Foote. Welcome to Pine Mountain, then and now. My guest today is Mary Ruth Mullins, who wears more hats than most people could fit in a closet. She's a proud member of the Daughters of the American Revolution, and she also sings with their wonderful group, the Darlings, which we're going to hear more about in today's episode. Mary joined the DAR back in 1992 down in Florida and has been a real driving force ever since. She's helped organize new chapters, led others, and even served as regent right here in Pine Mountain for the Kings Gap chapter, which has grown steadily under her leadership. Now, before her days of genealogy and patriotic songs, Mary had a very different kind of career. She trained sailors how to run nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers, and later worked in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, at facilities tied to the Manhattan Project. So she's no stranger to tackling big, complex missions and seeing them through. These days, she's still deeply involved in our community, serving with the Chipley Women's Club, the Chipley Historical Center, and the Friends of the Georgia Archives and History. I'm very delighted she took time out of her busy schedule to meet with me today and to share the history behind the Darlings. Welcome, Mary Ruth.
Thank you, Joy. It's my pleasure.
So today's episode is all about that singing group, and I love the name, the Darlings. So tell me about it and kind of tell me how it got started.
Okay. The Darlings got started right at the end of COVID, when we were starting to come out of it. One of the ladies in my chapter that was brand new came to Bethany Baptist Church, where I go to church, and it was at Christmas time. They asked her to sing. She sang a cappella because the pianist didn't know the song she wanted to sing. I was blown away. She was great. So after the service, we had refreshments, and I asked her then, what do you think about forming a singing group in our chapter? She was kind of hesitant, but I said, I tell you what, I was the regent at the time. I said, in January, I will give you time. You pick a song, sing whatever you want to sing, and then I'll ask the chapter if they want to have a singing group. She picked Crazy, which was perfect for coming out of COVID. So it sounded like a beehive when I asked. There was definitely interest in it. So that first time, there were a lot of people that wanted to join, but they were still hesitant because of COVID. And so we had 4 people to start off with. One of the ladies that we had to start off with was Janet Durden. Well, Janet Morgan Maple Durden. I went to high school with Janet. Janet has been directing music since she was about 7 years old. She directed her cousins how to sing. And then she taught music in the elementary and high school level. So she's been directing music forever. She's great. She's part of an award-winning trio from high school. So we had 4 people, and one of those people that wanted to join but couldn't was Beverly Ragsdale. Later on, when COVID settled down even more, she finally joined. And I want to tell you about Beverly a little bit because she has a very sweet voice. Beverly now is in hospice.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So she had to drop out a while ago and is in hospice. So I just wanted to mention her. But we've had people come and go. We had Shirley Manning and Ian Pate. They were members of the first group, and they eventually dropped out. As people get older, it gets a little more difficult for them to keep up their schedule and the Darling schedule. So now we have 10 people.
Nice.
Plus, we have what we call a sound technician. She's the lady that pushes the button that starts our canned music. You have to give her a nice sounding.
Yeah.
Oh, you asked how did the Darlings name come about? Carol Ann Blinn is one of our members, and she's a fantastic soloist, but she sings with the group, with the ensemble. Her boyfriend, Doug, came up with the name. We were trying to come up with something, and he said Darlings. I thought it was corny to start off with, but now I kind of like it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a DAR is capitalized, and then the LINGS
That's right.
is little letters as a pun on the darling,
It is a
on
pun.
DAR.
It's a pun on DAR.
Perfect.
And interesting story about this. I'm also a state officer. I'm the state organizing secretary. So I had to go to Milledgeville to a chapter meeting. And when the meeting was over with, the lady stood up. She had a T-shirt on, and she turned around, and it said, "I am a darling." And I said something to her about it. I said, "Hey, we've got a singing group that we call the Darlings." She said, "Yeah, I know. That's where we got the name."
But they don't have a singing group.
But they don't have a singing group. Well, when you think about it, everybody in DAR is a darling.
Yeah, they're women.
I've seen more people use that term when they're in DAR now than I ever did before. And maybe it's because that's the term we use, and I'm just
you
more...
started a trend.
Yeah, maybe.
Totally.
Maybe.
Well, let's back up for just a second. For people that don't know, what is DAR?
DAR is Daughters of the American Revolution. It is the world's largest women-only service organization that was founded in the late 1800s, around 1890. We have 3 missions: education, patriotism, and historic preservation. And so that's the service events that we do are related to one of those 3 things, at least. Sometimes all 3 at the same time.
Great. I know I just started attending, and what I love about it is the historical presentations that are given at the meetings. And one thing I think people don't know is you don't have to be a member to go to a meeting. Is that correct?
You do not have to be a member, but you should be a prospective member.
Okay, so you're interested in applying.
If you're interested in applying and joining. And to join, you have to show lineage back to someone that supported the American side in the American Revolution. And you have to be over 18 years old.
Okay, got it.
A woman over 18.
Understood. Because there's a Sons of the American Revolution.
That's correct.
Got it. Okay. How often do you guys sing, and where do you go when you do your presentations?
We now sing about 20 times per year.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Plus rehearsals. We usually have a rehearsal after every meeting. Because we've got about 75 songs in our repertoire.
Wow.
So sometimes it takes a little effort to recall those.
Yeah.
We will generally sing wherever we're asked to come. Mostly we go to other chapters, other organizations, nursing homes, assisted living. We're going to be singing at Light Up Pine Mountain. We sang there last year. As far as how far away, we have sung as far away so far as Thompson, Georgia, which is near Augusta. Next year, we're going to sing in Savannah.
Wow.
So,
is that at a chapter
yes,
there? Okay.
Yes, the chapter in Thompson asked us to come. The one in Savannah will be for an anniversary for that chapter.
Gotcha.
I don't remember the number of the anniversary. It's like either 100, 125, something like that.
Wow. Very cool. And you mentioned something I want to go back to. You said Light Up Pine Mountain. So for those of you that are listening that would like to hear the Darlings for the very first time, if you haven't heard them, on November 14th in downtown Pine Mountain, some of the festivities start at 4:30, but the main ceremony starts at 6 p.m. And we're going to light up the Christmas tree. Santa's there. The Grinch is going to be at Dakota's. There's going to be a lot of activity right on Broad. They're closing down the street on Broad Street. And you'll be able to hear the Darlings, and I think there's 2 other choirs, at least, that are singing.
One other place they can come listen to us is November the 9th for Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be there, too.
We'll be at the Chipley Women's Club. Starts at 2 o'clock. And we will be singing completely different songs there than Light Up Pine Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Well, Christmas versus patriotic songs.
You're right.
Yeah, that's great. So what is your favorite part about being in the Darlings?
My favorite part is the women. These group of ladies are dedicated, they have heart, they are compassionate. It's not a group of women, they're not backbiting like you hear. There's no cat fights or anything like that in this group. They are just very sweet women, and I love being a part of that group.
That's amazing. I can sense that when I listen to them sing, because I've heard them sing, I don't know, 5 or 6 times at different events. And y'all are smiling and you're having fun. And I even went to your practice, and it was just like, okay, you try this, you try this. There was no negativity at all. It was all fun because they know they're providing something for the community.
Yes.
And that gives them joy, and that makes them happy, and I love that.
It does.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
You didn't start out in the group. You started out by putting the buzz out, hey, we need to have a group.
Right.
But tell me about when you first joined.
I never sang before. So I got the group together because I just thought it was a good thing to do. And I knew my chapter, the ladies in my chapter had talent. So I wanted to showcase that.
And enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, exactly. But let me tell you how I got to be singing. The director, Janet, asked me if I would be their narrator, which basically meant that I would introduce the songs that they sang. I'm like, okay, I can do that. No problem. Eventually said, you got to sing with us. I'm like, Janet, I've never sung before. I've never sang with anybody. I'm not really sure I know how to sing. So she said, yeah, well, just hum along. You come to our practices and you hum along. I said, okay, I did that. And then finally she said, no, you need to start singing with us. Okay, well, my voice is pretty deep. My speaking voice is fairly deep, so they put me as the alto. Okay. But we were warming up for an event in Columbus one day, and I happened to be standing next to Janet. She looked at me and said, you're singing the melody. Go over and stand with the sopranos. Okay. I didn't know what I was doing. So I went and stood with the sopranos, and they're like, what are you doing here? She told me to get over here. Okay. So we got through that, went to the next practice. She's got me with the sopranos again. And after a few songs, she says, how's she doing? Well, she's doing okay, but she's an octave lower than the rest of us. I said, yeah. And she looks at me and says, you're going to come to my house. I'm going to teach you how to sing soprano. Okay. So after a few days, I went to her house. In 2 hours, she had me singing soprano.
Wow.
And I've been singing soprano with them ever since.
I want to meet with Janet. I sing in my car, and that's all I do. So maybe she can help me out.
Well, and I've really enjoyed this because we use canned music. And I have to fix it so that sometimes I change the pitch, sometimes I change the tempo, sometimes I have to change things on it. So I have learned how to use lots of applications on the technical side, and it's fun for me because it's something new for me to learn.
Right.
I don't like getting stagnant. I like learning new things.
Right. Well, I have to tell you, when I saw the Christmas presentation last year, what is the Hawaiian song?
Malikilikimaka.
Yeah, that was so fun because everyone had leis on, and then you had someone doing the Hawaiian dance.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we'll do that again this year. I'm not sure if we are or not.
Yeah.
That lady, Momi Magyar, is actually from Hawaii.
Right.
She was a professional dancer. She was a professional singer as well, or at least a musician, professional musician as well, I believe.
Well, since we're talking about the songs, I want to introduce the song that we're going to play for the listeners, which is It Is Well With My Soul. And before we do that, why don't you give us the names of all the people that are in the Darlings?
Okay.
So that, I know they all weren't maybe there that day when we were recording, but let's give them a shout out.
Okay. On alto, we have our director, Janet Morgan Maple Durden, Beth Strange, and Ann Clancy. On seconds, we have Diana Norris, Moe Magyar, Whitney Ligon. For sopranos, we have myself, Carol Ann Blinn, Marilyn Wallace, and Sandy Gradwell. Our sound technician is Sandy's sister, Linda Cook. Let me tell you something about Sandy.
Okay.
Sandy is one of the world's only known survivors of stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
And I'm very happy that we were able to keep her in our group. It keeps her going.
Yes.
And it's just
it's amazing.
It's a great group to have.
It's inspirational.
It's very inspirational.
Wow. Well, I think it's a really good time to introduce this inspirational song sung by the Darlings. It Is Well With My Soul. Thanks again, Mary Ruth, for joining the show today.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Since this episode was originally recorded I'm saddened to share that Beverly Ragsdale has passed away. The Darlings have asked that this song be dedicated in her memory.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ has regarded my helpless estate, and hath shed his own blood for my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. My sin, oh the bliss of this glorious thought, my sin, not in part but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, oh my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. And Lord, haste the day when the faith shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
That was so beautiful. Thank you to the Darlings for sharing their music with us today. Stick around. I'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Pine Mountain Art and Jewelry, located right here in downtown Pine Mountain. Inside, you'll find beautiful works from local artists, including pottery, paintings, mosaics, and handcrafted jewelry. Every piece is one of a kind. It's the perfect spot to find something special and support our local art community. I've got some cool events I want to share with you, so go get your calendars. First up, Saturday, November 9th at 2 p.m., the Chipley Historical Center is hosting a Veterans Day ceremony at the Chipley Women's Club. Everyone's invited to come to honor our veterans and enjoy the special community event. Then on Friday, November 14th, it's time to light up Pine Mountain. Festivities start at 4:30 p.m. with the main events kicking off at 6. We'll have the Christmas tree lighting, holiday music, and of course, Santa will be there. And if you love the Grinch, he'll be hanging out at Dakota's counter for pictures. And don't forget, the Christmas parade is coming up on Friday, December 6th. Mark your calendars and come join the fun. Thank you so much, Mary Ruth, for joining the show today. And I think we can all agree, the song from the Darlings was absolutely beautiful. The artwork and music for the show were created by Silly Bug Studios. Hope to see you around town.